Have you ever taken the time to think about how junk food advertising affects the obesity rate in America? It affects it a lot more than you probably think it does. It's a growing concern among parents, politicians, doctors, and consumers alike. With over 1/3 of our population in the United States being considered overweight, the banning of junk food advertising needs to be taken seriously and into action now.
Man was born hungry. From this early desire, he developed a taste for food. Eating became a habit. With the inner man satisfied, he is filled with a sense of well-being. Hello, handsome. Hello, fat.
As you can see from the clip, Goofy ate a little too much and is paying the consequences now. His waistline is getting bigger. Recently, Disney actually decided that they are going to start banning all of the advertisements of junk food on their TV stations, the radio stations, and in their theme parks in order to start promoting a healthier lifestyle for children and adults alike. Now let's see what First Lady Michelle Obama has to say, as seen on ABC World News, about Disney cutting junk food advertisements.
But today, the Walt Disney Company announced it will no longer run junk food ads on its kids' TV networks and radio programs. First Lady Michelle Obama calls the move a game changer.
Our kids see an estimated $1.6 billion a year worth of food and beverage marketing. And many of those ads are for foods that are high in calories and sugar but low in nutrition.
The new guidelines mean food products advertised within Disney children's programming must meet strict nutritional standards on calories, portion size, sodium, sugar, and saturated fat. Disney, the parent company of ABC, phased out added trans fats at its parks and resorts 6 years ago and introduced healthier options. They say they saw real results. The new initiative could have a much wider impact.
It's very hopeful that Disney will become a role model in the banning of junk food advertisements, and other corporations will follow their lead. Television is one of the main concerns when talking about junk food advertising because it happens so that lower income families who happen to be more obese are the ones who are watching the most television. Did you know the average American spends over 1,738 hours a year watching television? Low-income families spend even more than that and are exposed to many more advertisements. These advertisements promote the consumption of unhealthy foods along with incorporating less exercise and physical activity. With this stated, it is clear that if advertising is promoting less exercise, it's also promoting an unhealthy lifestyle. Low-income families are the most likely to purchase sugary foods since these foods oftentimes are low cost. The lifestyle leads Americans to have health issues such as high blood sugar, high cholesterol, obesity, and a number of other diseases that could have otherwise been prevented. Promoting healthier foods to low-income families could in time actually save them money. With better health comes less medical costs such as medications, doctor's visits, and so forth. This is one of the key reasons junk food advertising needs to be banned and replaced with healthier options. Now let's talk about the harm that junk food advertising has on adults. Some people argue that adults have more control over their diets than children, but they can be vulnerable at times too. According to Jennifer Harris, a lead author of marketing initiatives at the Rudd Center, she says research shows a powerful link between television food advertising and the amount of calories consumed by adults. It triggers an automatic eating regardless of hunger, and is a significant contributor to the obesity epidemic. When someone is mindlessly eating, they don't keep track of how many calories they're actually consuming. Especially when junk food is shown on television, a person is more apt to choose something high in sugar and salt rather than a healthy snack, such as fruits or vegetables. Obesity starts when people lose track of how many calories and what they're eating. Adults have cravings and the urge to soothe them, so by advertising junk food, the cravings are heightened and more calories are therefore consumed. Therefore, it is not only children with this problem, but adults too. With the growing concerns of health and well-being of the future generations and the present generations, the banment of junk food advertising needs to happen now. Already, television stations, radio stations, schools, and even the White House have stood up against junk food advertisements, but that simply isn't enough. There has been significant research and studies done that point us in the direction that shows us exactly what these advertisements do. They promote obesity. It's time to take actions against these advertisements and advertisers and stand up for what's right. Ban them now.